What's up? What's up, guys? I'm back. This is Mike from Narcotropolis. Um, I'm waiting for Brittany to come back on. Hopefully, she's watching, and gets in here. Let me know she's here, so we can get back into um, what we started. There was an incident that happened. I just got back. It took. Hold on one second. Let me shut this off. It, it took us 20 minutes to get there, 20 minutes to get back. But just wait when my people come in because I don't want to repeat it. What's up, Cynthia? I'm gonna say what happened in a second, Cynthia. As soon as some more people come back in, like Todd, Brittany, and then so that way I don't have to repeat it. But yeah, it was an incident that happened. I'll explain it in a second. I'm just waiting for more people to come in so I can say what happened. But I had to end the stream. It was an emergency. I had to go. Um, oh my God, I almost got into an accident. Um, Getting there, I almost got into an accident. Well, there you go. More people coming in now. Just wait a couple more. Hopefully Brittany comes back in. Um, what's up, Pete? Uh, I want to wait some more people to get in. Hopefully Brittany comes back on. That's sad. It's a shame. I had to cut her off, but once she hears what happened, I'm sure she'll understand. Um, Damn, it came at a wrong bad time. I've been trying. I was waiting for Brittany to come on so we can talk and she can give you an update, and hopefully she comes back on. But if she doesn't, she says she'll be here Saturday. Um, I'm waiting for a couple more people to get on before I talk. I don't want to repeat it. I don't want to repeat it. There we go. All right. So this is what happened. For you that were watching, and for the ones that weren't watching, whoever's watching this replay, um, Pete, I'll talk about that in a second. My last live, about I don't know, an hour ago, I had Brittany up on stage. We was talking. As she comes in the room and she says they're locking them all up, and I said, "What do you mean they're locking up? What are you talking about?" And she had the speakerphone on, and I hear the commotion in the phone. My daughter Kaden, her brother Trey, and their friend, they were at 56 and Market, which is like 20-25 minutes from where Ashley resides, and they were screaming. I heard it in the background. So I had to end the stream, jumped in the car. I almost got into two accidents on the way there. I mean, it's usually a 20-25 minute drive. I was probably there in 15 minutes because I was speeding. I wanted to make sure my daughter was okay. When I get there, there's like 8 or 9 cops on top of her friend. He's trying to get to my daughter because they have my daughter in handcuffs. All this because her brother used his pass to get in. Well, actually, he used it for Caden to get in first, and they followed behind her. Like, not paying their fare. Everybody does it every single day. But they targeted Kaylin, nobody else. And maybe because her friend is 6'6", so maybe they were scared of him. And Kaylin's the only female there, so they targeted her. When we got there, it was still commotion going on. I was like, "Damn, y'all been fighting for how long now?" Um, so I hear people saying he had no right to put his hands on her neck and strangle her. And I said, "Who? The one that has her?" And I ran up. I got in his face. I was recording the whole thing. I told them they were live on YouTube. You have to say they're live on YouTube because if you don't say that, um, if they know they're doing something wrong, they'll smack the camera in your hand, break your phone, and then they'll charge you with something. But if once they're live on YouTube, they know they can't do that because it's live. So I make sure I tell them, and that's a tip for all of you guys. If you ever start recording police and you're afraid they're going to try to grab you, you tell them you're live on Facebook or YouTube, whatever, and they'll start to behave. But I made sure I told them, and I also told them, like, what gave you the right to put your hands on my daughter? Everybody here saying you had your hand around her neck. You know she's a minor, right? But I wasn't talking like this. I was upset. I was yelling, and I was like, "Would you like if someone put their hands on your daughter?" He's trying to tell me that she's under arrest. I said, I get it. You're doing your job, but I want to know why you put your hand on my daughter. So he won't answer it. I went back and looked at the video. There was other videos there, and it also, since it's SEPTA, they have cameras everywhere. We're gonna request. We're gonna request. Hold on one second. We're gonna request a copy of the video camera at the SEPTA station, and we're also gonna request body cams. I got badge numbers from the two officers that they told me they were the ones that were being aggressive towards my daughter. I made sure I got their badge number on the recording. I'm going to do a public record on their body cam, and I'm going to do my own little investigation. Now, listen, guys, just because she's my daughter, I'm not going to lie here. If she's in the wrong, she's in the wrong. I know how the system works. Okay, if you was detained and you was trying to get away, they have every right to put their hands on you, but they don't have the right to start choking you to death either. Um, and the video does show that he did have his hands on her neck. But I want to see the video that started it all. So I'm going to have to request a copy of the SEPTA police cameras that are stationed there at the station, also from their body cam. And I'm going to make my own decision. If I see that my daughter was violated, then we'll proceed with charges. But if my daughter was in the wrong, I'm her father, but I'm also a fair person, and I will have to sit down and tell her you was wrong. You have no case. But if I see something different, I know how the law works. I know when you're free to leave and when you're not free to leave. Um, so I will have to go through all the video. I'm doing after this live. I'm going to be requesting copies of it, and I'm going to edit, look at stuff, put it together, and make my own version. But I will know if they violated her or not. And I told her, I said, "Are you sure they violated you?" Because Kate, I'm going to look at the video. You don't have to lie to me. She explained to me. She told me what happened. I said, "All right, I want to look at the video." Because just because she told me what happened, I gotta go. If I'm gonna go and try to pursue a lawsuit against SEPTA police, I want to make sure it's gonna stick. I'm not gonna waste my time. Now, as far as her friend that was being basically beat up and pushed, he got scratches all over his body. Well, I didn't understand about that was he should be handcuffed and locked up. Once the officer puts their hands on you, they have to arrest you. Because if they don't, you can countersue. You can counter, like a counter punch and sue them for putting their hands on you. Once a police officer puts their hands on you, it's an assault. You don't have to slap you for it to be assault. Him touching you is an assault. Now, he had scratches all over his body, and they didn't lock him up. They're supposed to lock him up. Now, there might be a lawsuit pending. If he wants to sue them, he can sue them because the judge is going to say, well, if he committed a crime, why didn't you just lock him up? Why did you just let him go after you roughed him up? The reason why they let him go is because I showed up. He wasn't listening to nobody. This guy's like 6-foot monster, right? And he wasn't. I mean, it took like 8 cops, and they couldn't restrain him. They couldn't get cuffed on him or nothing. When I came and I grabbed him and pushed him back, and they saw that I was the only one there that he wasn't trying to get around, because he was trying to get around everybody. Pedestrians walking by, regular citizens, even other cops. He was trying to get around them to get to the cop that assaulted my daughter. So they say, allegedly assaulted my daughter. So when I got there and I grabbed him and pushed him back, and they seen that he stayed and didn't try to get around me, they're like, okay, that's probably his dad. We'll let him handle that. So when they saw that, I even told him to get the hell in the car, and he stayed in the car. He never got out again. So they're like, all right, he's not going to jail. Let his dad deal with it. And I told him, dude, if I wasn't there, your ass went to jail. You'll be in handcuffs right now. You'll be in the precinct getting charged because they put their hands all over you and they're supposed to arrest you. Now, if you want to talk to your parents or lawyer or whatever, there's plenty of video. I was recording. Trey was recording. There's public cam. They got body cams. If you want to pursue charges or lawsuit, you might have a case. Because even if you go to a bar and you fight an off-duty police officer, he's off-duty, and you fight him, when the fight is over, he has to call for backup and have you arrested. Because you can Google it. You can Google and check. He has to call for backup and have you arrested, win or lose. Because if he doesn't, and he knows he's a cop, or if he finds out he's a cop, he can go later on and say, this man assaulted me after he showed me his badge. And he started beating me up, and I fought back. And, you know what I mean? And then he can lose his job and you can sue. But So that's why if you get into a fight with an off-duty police officer, even if you know he's a cop or not, they got to call the police and have you arrested. That's just how it goes. If you don't believe me, anybody, it might sound ridiculous, but it's true. Google it if you don't believe me. I did my research. So I told them, I don't know how the fuck you're not in handcuffs. I don't know how you're not in jail, but you're lucky I showed up. And plus, you don't need that shit. You know, you're already on probation. You don't need that shit no more. So just get the fuck in the car and stay in there. And he did. And the cops were looking like, wow, who's this guy? You know what I mean? Because 8 of them couldn't stop him. This guy's, you saw him before. I showed you. I said, this is my new bodyguard. And I showed you. I had to tilt the camera all into the skies. It was like 6 something. You know what I mean? And he's only 15. You know what I mean? But I made sure I told the cops, let the cops know that. I said, listen, man, these are all minors here. Okay? He's 15. She's 17. Like, if this is what they're saying is true, that you put your hands on them and you're threatening, listen, I want to explain to you. Okay? There's 2 kinds of cops. You got Philadelphia police and you have SEPTA police. Okay? SEPTA police, they work in transportation, on the train, on the buses. They work for SEPTA. Now, a lot of them, I'll answer your question in a second. A lot of them tried to become Philadelphia police officers, and they failed. But they passed to become a SEPTA police. It's a job, it's a career, but I'm sure they wouldn't be regular police. No person says, I want to be a SEPTA police. No. First they say, I want to be a Philadelphia police. You know, it's higher, more money, more benefits. But then they fail for some reason, whatever, I don't know. So they try SEPTA, and they made it. But they still want to be regular police. Those are the ones that are mad and have a chip on their shoulder. Those are the ones. And what I was told by Trey, I said, you didn't see the police officer, the SEPTA police standing there when you try to go through without paying? He scanned it once, and the other 2 try to go through. He said, no, they were hiding behind the pole. That's a problem. And if the camera shows that, they're going to get in trouble. They got uniform. They're a public servant. They have a uniform for a reason, so we can see that they're police officers for SEPTA. I'm sure if they saw them, they would have never tried to do that. By them hiding, it's like entrapment. You're not a detective. You're not staking out a joint. Okay? You're in uniform. You stand there and make sure nobody passes through. If you go to any stop in Philadelphia on the train and you stand there and watch, within an hour, you'll probably see 50 people go through without paying. You know, there's I forgot how many cities in it, but it's more than 20 cities in the United States that public transportation is free. And they're trying to bring it to Philadelphia because nobody pays no more. And I made sure I told that to the cop. I said, come on, really, guys, come on. She's in handcuffs because she didn't pay a fare. Seriously? But what she said, she did pay a fare, and they went behind her, but they attacked her instead of them. You know, she said that the black cop told her to go back around, and she said, I'm calling my mom now. She's coming. She'll be here in 20 minutes. She's going to bring me a pass. And the white cop was like, no, it's too late for that. And that's what happened. And then I saw the video when she said, if I'm not detained, I'm free to leave. And then he said, no, you're not. He never told her she was detained. And when she tried to walk away, he pushed her back into the corner. And that's when she got mad. And that's when he pulled out the handcuffs and physically tried to, and then that's when the big one went to her to try to help her. And the black cop pushed him back and they got into a scuffle. And then you see him pulling out his taser, tased him. He just ripped it off his chest like Hulk Hogan and just threw it. And then they're like, back up, call for backup. And they're like, more. And they all, I see the video. They were all running. They all came. We came late because we're like 20, 25 minutes from there. But the way I was driving, I probably got there in 10, 15 minutes. But yeah, so I got a lot of work to do. I'm glad I don't do lives every day because, I believe my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I believe her. But I'm going to, as a father, teenagers do lie. You know what I'm saying? So, and the police, in their behalf, I'm going to play, like a voice of reason. I'm going to be fair on both sides. Okay? When I watch these videos and if I feel that they violated my daughter, then I'm going to become the dad that I'm supposed to, and I'm going to react to it. But I have to look at it first. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to judge the police because what people are telling me, what my daughter's telling me. But I have a feeling that my daughter is telling the truth because I know how set the police are. That's what they do. My 27-year-old son, his uncle was beat up by these SEPTA police in South Philly on Broad and Snyder. They put him in a hospital, and there's video of what happened, and he was rewarded $80,000. He was rewarded $80,000 because the cops were in the wrong. Okay, and when I say cops, I mean SEPTA police. Yeah, I don't know about how your city is with your transportation in your city. Do they have police that just do that transportation? Like Metro, I heard. Where's Metro at? Metro's in Chicago, I think, or Florida. Somewhere there's a Metro, and they do have Metro police. They're not city police; they're Metro police. Just like here in Philadelphia, we have city police and we have SEPTA police. SEPTA is the public transportation system. The one I'm suing, by the way, for my accident. Yeah, so I'm fair. You know what I mean? So I want to look, but I know SEPTA police, they do get out of hand. A lot of them have been fired for stupid shit. And this is why they can't become Philadelphia police. You know what I mean? Some of them probably has bad records, didn't pass a physical, or whatever, mental issues or whatever. But I made sure I told him, I don't care if you're a police officer, man. What would you like if someone put their hands on your daughter? Plain and simple. Um, the reason why I won't share the video with you because I have trolls and don't turn it into something and it's gonna, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna give nothing for them to talk about. So I'm not gonna share the video with you guys. Uh, but enough of that. Let's get back to here. Um, hold on one second. Just have to check something. Okay. Welcome. What's that? Carindell. First time here. Welcome. Of course, D. Welcome back. Let's see who else is in here. Pete, welcome back. Ralph, looks like your first time here. Hello, how are you? Cynthia, welcome back. And the guys, again, I apologize. And I want to apologize directly to Brittany. I'm sorry. As much as I wanted to talk to her, I'm sure she understands once she watches the replay and see what happened. The father has to do what he has to do. Yeah, as much as I want to talk to Brittany, my family comes first. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I heard it was the police officers that they were getting it into, I felt a little ease because ain't no police officer going to shoot and kill anybody, especially the kids. Now, if it was a bunch of thugs that I heard on that phone, I probably would have left without ending the stream. I would have just probably ran out the door and, you know what I mean, and grab what, and then head down there. But when I heard it was police officers, the commotion, I said, okay, I should have slowed down some because I know I had time to get there. They probably were just detaining them, giving them a ticket or something, but it just got out of hand. And I just went there for worse reasons to escalate. And I made sure they seen it. They seen it right away because when they see they couldn't control Bigfoot until I got there, they were like, okay, we need this guy. You know what I'm saying? But I made sure I let them know too that I'm her father. Yeah, who are you? That's my biological daughter, and I want all your badge numbers here. I'm recording. I'm live on YouTube, and I want to know what the fuck happened here, basically. Let me see something. Let me see something real quick. Trey. Hold on one second. Let me see. I guess everybody left. I don't see nothing wrong with you listening to it. Yeah, I'm not gonna show the video. You can listen to it. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna show you that. I'm not gonna give nobody else uh, something to talk about because they'll twist it around and make fun of it, and then they don't care if these are children. They don't care if these are teenagers. They don't care. They don't care at all. They really don't. Uh, they don't like me, so they're gonna twist it and make it sound like the kids were in the wrong because it's not their kids. So yeah, I'm not gonna share that video. Plus, if there's gonna be a lawsuit, I definitely don't want to share it. You know. Um, You're welcome, Ralph. I don't know. It's my first time seeing you here, Ralph, but it's something that I believe I owe it to them. I believe I owe that to them. Since I never saw you here before. Um, Back in '04, I used to sell drugs to the same people with the same addiction. And I know being on that drug, on heroin, I know how it destroys lives. So I'm pretty sure I destroyed lives back then. So this is just my way to, give back to a community that I helped destroy at one time. Plus, before YouTube, before internet, I will go downtown with my grandmom, local churches, get clothes, food, and help the homeless. Regular homeless, not the addicts, just regular homeless. And that's something that my grandma taught me always, to help others. She used to feed all my friends in the neighborhood and everything. So my grandma passed in '94. And then, I had kids of my own. And then I started showing that to my kids. And every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, I don't know how long now, I take my little ones down to the convention center, downtown Center City, and we feed the homeless out there, but I don't take them to Kennington. I just take them down to downtown, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and feed the homeless. I want to teach my kids that it's better to give than receive. Like my grandma always said, never reach for the last roll on the dinner table. Always leave it there for someone else to grab it. Um, no, no one is perfect. No one. We all make mistakes. If you're, I don't know what kind of religious you believe, but I'm a Christian, and I believe that Jesus was the only one that walked this planet that was perfect. Those are my beliefs. I don't know yours, but it's a different topic. That's not what we're here for. Yeah, so we all have a past. We all sinned in the past, and we will sin in the future. Whoever says they're not and they never did is a liar. We were born sinners. Um, Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Links in the description if you want to help with wound care. If you watch my video when I was sitting on the bench, you saw what I had. I had a few bags, and you see I had individual stuff because I don't have enough to make more bags. I didn't give all them bags. I probably got like 5 or 6 left in my backpack, but I had to put syringes in there, antibiotics, socks. What else was it? I don't know what it was. I forgot what it was. Um, Yes, from the drugs on the streets of Kennington, it's mixed with nitazene, fentanyl, and they're getting wounds all over their bodies. And they nicknamed me the wound guy of Kensington, the wound man of Kensington. From my subscribers sending me supplies, I go out there record me giving that. Yes, the trank. That's the Zitazine. I record me giving it out to them so my subscribers know where their product is going when they send it to me. And that's what I do. I make wound care bags, and I instead of me just filming their misery, you know, I want to give something back. So I make sure they get wound care every time I'm out there. It's the best I can do. I just want to give something back. If I'm profiting off of it, which we already know, YouTube ads and all that, I'm not making a lot of money, but I'm making something, a little something. I want to give back. But that's why I have links because I can't do it without you guys. For you that don't know, I'm still not working for the last 2 years because I was hit by a septic trolley. I still need surgery on my right knee. I got a torn meniscus, three lower dislocated disc in my lower back. I was supposed to get surgery on my back or some needles or something. I turned it down. I heard bad things about it. The knee surgery, I also turned it down. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. I did 17 months of therapy. There's a lawsuit pending. I go to court October 2nd. But we'll see where that goes. But so ever since that, I'm a truck driver and I also do construction. But ever since the injury, I wasn't able to work. I tried. I didn't last a half hour. I was too much in pain. But I tried because I had bills to pay. I had a son to raise and a daughter, and so I had to try to do something. I tried it. It didn't work. So I'm like kind of disabled right now. Maybe surgery will make it better. I don't know. We'll never know. But I'm eligible for disability for my injuries. 17 months of therapy, and my doctor's already said that I qualify for SSI. Haven't done that yet. I'm waiting for the court, see what goes on. I might get a settlement before it. My lawyer said, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. I feel so bad for Brittany because she was in the middle. We was in the middle of getting into it, and all that happened. Oh man, this it's crazy, man. I mean, I just got back from court this morning for that situation that happened to Ashley and my daughter with the home invasion, and they reschedule a must trial next time. Next time is a must trial. It must be tried next time, and this Bigfoot went with me. I call him Bigfoot because he's real big. He's like 6'6", man, and he's only 15 fucking years old. Crazy. And I asked him to go with me, and when we were going to the train, he hopped over, like he ran, like like a steeplechase horse does. You know what I mean? Like the Olympics when they were running and jumping. And I said, man, I did that when I was your age, but you gotta watch with the SEPTA police. If they see you doing that shit, man, they'll lock you fuck up. That's what they want to do, lock people up. And I told him you got to be careful with that. And don't you know he was with my daughter when that shit happened? And that's the first thing I said to him when he was in my car in front of all the cops. I pointed, what did I tell you this morning when you went to court? What happened? Didn't I tell you that shit, that you can't do that? And these SEPTA police are like robots. Like they want to lock everybody up. I said it right in front of them. I don't give a shit. It's true. And they know it's true. They'll never become a Philadelphia police. You know, they're like rent-a-cops for the SEPTA. But they want to be SEPTA police so bad, they'll hide behind pillars, they'll hide behind shit, waiting for you to do something like that, so they can go bully you and want to detain you and act like they're doing something. When the crime, that's not a crime, man. You know, I mean, you can call it a crime because you're not paying, but come on, I said it already. Stand there, like 50 to 100 people do it in a half hour. Like it's like, come on, they can't lock everybody, but when you're hiding and waiting for somebody doing, you're you're asking for trouble. You're 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 like baiting. You know, and why can't you just stand there and they won't do it? If you just stand there and show yourself in uniform, nobody would do it. But if you're gonna hide, everybody does it every minute. That's why he was hiding, waiting for somebody to do it. And her brother scanned it. She went through, and them two went behind her, and they popped out. But they only target my daughter, maybe because she was the first one to go through. But she said it. He scanned it, and then he tried to scan it for them to go. And I told him before, I said, Trey, you can't do that. Once you scan it, nobody else can scan it at that station. You can't do that. And you know this. So I think that's what happened. And the cop popped out like, yeah, you can't do that. You know, and they target my daughter. Yes, my daughter, she does have a mouth on her. Maybe that's why they target her the most. But if they violate her rights, you know, well, the camera's not going to lie. But I'm not going to pay favoritism because she's my daughter. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? I have to look through the video, and if she's in the wrong, I'll tell her. If they're in the wrong, then we'll proceed with charges, and that's the right way to do it. I love my daughter, but she's wrong. She's wrong. You know, I won't know until I see the video. So right now, I'm just going to go by what she says. I'll request a video, and I'll see for myself. As a father, it's my duty to make sure they didn't violate her because I know how set the police are, and they do violate people's rights. You know, so most likely she's telling the truth. I did hear her say on the speakerphone, "My mom is on her way. She's bringing me a pass." I heard. I did hear that. I did hear that. Um, Something else happened there when we got there, but I don't want to talk about that. That definitely I don't want to talk about. Uh, just put it this way: Ashley almost got locked up, but I don't want to talk about that. Thank God. Thank God. Um, Elias and his sister last night went to the movies with um, his sister's aunt, Anaya's dad's sister. They went to the movies last night and they slept over her house and they just got in like, I don't know, like half hour ago. Thank God they weren't here because um, I didn't want to bring them to that. I didn't want them to see that. So thank God they weren't here because I would have to bring them. They can't stay there by themselves. They're 6 and 10. They can't stay in the house by themselves. So I would have to bring them. Thank God they weren't here. Yeah, because I won't want them to see that. They're like their mother almost got locked up. Put it that way. She's just defending her daughter. But I'm glad I was there to de-escalate shit because Ashley would have been locked up too. So, but at the end of the day, they gave her a fucking ticket. That's it. At the end of the day, they gave her a fucking ticket. They took her down to the precinct, but they let her go. She wasn't charged or anything. They just gave her a damn ticket. They could have did that there. I guess they wanted to get her out of there before, try to de-escalate shit. They wanted to get her out of there. But they could have just put her in my car. You know what I mean? This is you, right? No, that's me. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Give me a sec. All right, sorry about that, guy. So just cut it. You said how long is it? 30 minutes? 15 minutes? And it won't let you send it to me? All right, cut it into try half first. If that doesn't work, cut it in 3. Like I don't know, 5 minutes, and then send it to me on Messenger like that because I need that video. And who's the other video?
Caitlin's friend.
And she sent it to Caitlin.
He sent it to her now.
All right, make sure Caitlin sends me that too. So I need all videos that were recorded because I want to do a public records a request on the videos on their body cams and the set the station. So make sure when you go in there, tell her to send it to me. Tell her she can send it on Messenger. It's the easiest way. Man, Brittany's not back in here. Damn, I feel bad, man. I wanted to talk, but things happen. Brittany understands. Family comes first. Ash, let me show you the picture of Brittany. Ash, you ain't gonna believe it. Look at this picture of Brittany. Look at this. Look at that. Look at Brittany Ryan from Virginia. Look how fast she got.
Oh, they look nice.
Right? They look great. She was on when that happened. She was on the screen, her face talking, and that happened. And they understand. Family comes first. Who's that? Cool Meg B is in the house. What's up, Cool Meg?
Hi, Cool Meg.
How you doing? Yeah, D, I told you one time. I matter of fact, YouTube told me to take the video down and we were going to give me a strike, so I took it down. I'm glad they warned me. But I was recording a guy sitting on the curb with a syringe, and he was flicking the maggots out of his wound with a syringe. Yeah, it was crazy. Talking about maggots. And I posted it, and then I got a warning from YouTube that I had to at least, I think they said make it 18 and over or something like that, or something. So I just deleted it. I didn't want to mess with it. I said, it's either public for everyone or I'm just deleting. So I deleted it. But I did keep a copy of it. Matter of fact, I didn't delete it. I made it public. I made it private. I made it private so nobody can see it. Yes, maggots. Yes. He was sitting on the curb, and he had a wound right above his ankle and below his knee, like on the side part, not the front, like on the side. And he was sitting there with a syringe, and he was plucking the maggots out of his wound. He was plucking it right out. And he wasn't in pain. He wasn't like, maybe the skin was dead. I don't know. He just, it looked painful, but he didn't look like he was in pain. He wasn't making no noises. He wasn't making no faces. Yeah, it was too gruesome for YouTube. So I just made it private so they get off my back. Because I never had a strike and I'm not trying to get one. So for now on, I don't film shit like that. Like if I see, put it this way, if it's too graphic for me, which that was, I'm not going to record it. I don't even record people shooting up no more. I used to. Yeah, so I don't do that no more. Like if I see somebody shooting up, like in their neck, you'll see me pan the camera away. I don't like. I used to go up to it and film it, but not no more. YouTube is starting to get strict with things that we post from Kensington, so I want to make sure that I'm all right with that. But guys, man, if you didn't see Brittany, I'm going to show you right now, Brittany. All right. For you guys that have been following my channel, y'all remember what Brittany looked like, right? From the videos that I posted. Well, this is Brittany now. Let me show you real quick. Look how beautiful she looks. She gained all that weight. Look at the weight on her thighs. That's Brian. Awesome. If you guys go back and watch the videos of Brittany, you know she was way thinner than that, and you know that. I don't have to tell you guys, but yeah, cool, man. You missed it. Brittany was up here. She was showing her face, and we was talking, and then we had a family emergency. I had to end the stream, but I am back. Oh, that's good to hear. But if she doesn't come back on here, she will be here Saturday at 11 a.m. Cool, Meg, if you want to watch it. Brittany will be back Saturday at 11 a.m. Yeah, this happened at a very bad time because I've been trying to get Brittany and Brian up for a while now, and I finally had her on there. She was on there for like 5 minutes, and the emergency came in, and I had to end the stream and leave. I told her that I'll be back. Please come back. She's busy, guys. She's in rehab in Virginia. We got to be patient with them. Brittany, if you watch this replay, take your time. You know, if you can't make it to Saturday, next Saturday, take your time. I understand you're in recovery, and let's take care of that first. But you do look great, beautiful. I just showed your picture. You look awesome, both of you. Yeah, they've been clean for I think 5 or 6 months now. Yeah. Turn that down or go in there. We're not gonna do that. That's way too loud. Yeah, I don't know if you heard the story how that happened, Cool Meg, but you know how I was always recording Brittany and Brian in Kensington. You know, me helping them out with wound care, whatever. I did Sleep in the Streets of Kensington Part 5 inside their tent. I went live inside their tent. I stayed with them till like 3 in the morning. It was too cold for me, so I had to leave. But you know, the videos, they paid off. You know, I was contacted from someone from a rehab place in Virginia, telling me about Brittany and Brian. They were trying to help them. They didn't know where they were at. Can I assist? I said, of course. And I told them where you can find them. They came down that weekend. They asked me if I could go. They called me at the wrong time. I forgot where I was. I couldn't make it, but I told them where they can find them. And they went. They drove 5 hours from Virginia. They were in Kensington where I told them to find them. And they texted me back and said, we found them, but we have a problem. Brittany's willing to go, but Brian is not ready. And I said, you tell Brian that I said, drones. What happened to all them conversations me and you had that you said, I got to get my wife off these streets. My wife is going to die. I love her too much. I got to get her help and myself. What happened to all that talk? Get your wife in that fucking car and go. And they went back and told him what I said. And then like a half hour later, we got him. We got him in the car. We're headed to Virginia now. I was so happy. And I told him, can you please keep me posted? The next day they text me. They're both got a bed. They're in rehab. And that was the last time I heard from them. They never gave me no updates or nothing until Brittany got a hold of me, and I'm happy that she did, because the rehab place, they promised to give me an update, keep giving me updates, and they never did. They stopped. But I'm happy that Brittany did, because I want to know whatever. How many times you guys ask me, hey, what happened to Brittany and Brian? I don't know. I haven't seen them down here. Maybe they're still in treatment. I hope they are. And look, see the pictures. Look at that. Like it just worked out perfect, And by no means, like I said in the last life, am I taking all the credit. You got to remember there was other people that helped in their recovery, and most important, them too. You know what I'm saying? I always said it. You have to do it for yourself. You can't do it for nobody else. A lot of them say, I got to do it for my kids. I got to do it for my mom. No, you don't. You got to do it for you. And then once you get clean, you stay clean for your mom. You stay clean for your kids. But first of all, you got to do it for yourself. You can't do it for nobody. And I always told them that. I always tell that to everybody. So, yeah. So as you've seen, if she doesn't come in today, just tune in Saturday at 11 a.m. Those are my public lives. She says she'll be here, but remember, if she doesn't, we got to understand. We got to be patient. She's in rehab. You know how that is. For you to have been in rehab, you know how that goes. But as you can see, she said Brian was working. What? Brian's at work? Guys, you got to remember, I only know them from being in the streets of Kensington, doing whatever they can to get their next fix, And then when I hear her say he's working, I'm like, man, that's great. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I always said to them, don't give up. As a matter of fact, go watch that video when on the thumbnail it says something about Brittany thinks that me and Brian are sleeping together because I gave him a cross, because she was really jealous. What you guys don't know, for you that don't do drugs, especially cocaine, cocaine is a paranoid drug. Gets you paranoid. So everything gets you paranoid. And she always thought that someone wanted her man, no matter who it was. So I have him on video, and he's like, "What the fuck? What do you think? I'm fucking Mike now?" And it was hilarious at the time. I look back at it, it's funny, but you understand the addiction of drugs. This is what it does to you. I'm sure she's not like that now. But if you go back and you listen to that video, oh yeah, that's my son. Yes, he's 6 years old. He's Elias. If you go back and watch that video, you're going to hear me tell them, listen, as long as you got air in your lungs, you have a chance. Don't ever give up. I don't want to hear you talk like that. Never give up. Don't say you can't do it. Don't listen to nobody. As long as you're walking around and you got air in your lungs, you have a chance. And look, they're both doing great. He's working. He has a job. Pete, let's say Pete, leaving. Pete, you're leaving. Make sure you hit that like button, Pete, before you're on your way out. Thank you for coming in. Oh my God! Thank God everything's fine. Nobody got arrested. Nobody got shot. She just got a ticket. And she's wrong. We'll pay it. We'll find a way to pay it. How much could it be? $50? Like, it's not that much. I mean, it was. She was charged for theft of service. I think it's called theft of service, something like that. Of service, like train station, not paying to go through. It's $2 to go through. Right? I get $2. So what's the ticket? 30, 40, 50? No big deal. But that's if she's guilty. I have to look at the video. And if it beeped and she went through, oh yeah, they're wrong. They're supposed to go attack the people behind her if they're going to attack anybody. If she went through first, I want. It has audio, that video, and it beeps, and she went through first. They're in the wrong. And I mean, everything that happened after that, it's irrelevant. They're wrong. They grabbed the wrong person. They were supposed to grab the ones behind her. But like I said, I'm fair. I have to look at the video. I'm not going to jump to conclusions because she's my daughter. I'm not. I don't work that way. I'm fair with everybody. I give everybody a chance. That's why I never blocked people from my channel when other people told me you should block that person. She's no good. She was talking about my kids on the channel. That's why I give everybody a chance. It doesn't matter who it is. You could be my only child. If you're wrong, you're in the wrong. That's it. And I'm going to go by it. You have to be fair. leftover COVID. I think there's like 20 cities. I will have to Google and look into it, but there's like 20 cities in America, basically low income cities, that their public transportation is free. And Philadelphia is one of the top most low income cities. The population. Um, and also Philadelphia has one of the biggest fares, like charging for public transportation, like one of the top three most to pay. So they're trying to make it here in Philadelphia where you don't have to pay. Because like I said, you can go to any train stop and stand there where you pay, like to go through the bars, and you'll see at least 100 people in a half hour will go through without paying. Nobody wants to pay no more. Inflation is high. The economy's messed up. You can blame it on the White House all you want. That's just how life goes. I don't blame it on nobody. But yeah, and for them to sit there and hide behind a beam, waiting for people, like entrapment, like they're waiting for people to do it. I think that's crazy. There's other crimes that you can go check out that's going on the train. Like people shooting up drugs on the train in front of children. Ride the trains, you'll see that. You really got to stand there and wait for kids to come through there and try to, you know, I understand it's a crime. I get it. The law's the law. But when you're entrapment, when you're hiding and waiting, I talked about this with the parking authority. They do the same thing. They'll see you pull up somewhere where you can't park, and instead of saying I'm going to give you a ticket, no, they watch you. They hide behind a tree, and they'll wait for you to go inside 7-Eleven or inside the post office or whatever, and they're running over there real quick, writing you a ticket. But they saw you pull up. You know what I mean? I feel that's not right. You know what I mean? Like, why would you around the holidays too? Like around Christmas, they love doing that shit. Like, why would you want to ruin someone's holiday? Like, you can't cut them a break. It's they get tuitions or something for every ticket they give out. They get a cut. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to sit there. If I see you pulling up and you're not supposed to park there, and I'm going to tell you, if you want to go in the post office, then I'm going to give you a ticket. But I'm going to give them an opportunity to move. Now, if there's nobody in the car, yeah, I'll give them a ticket. But if I'm watching and observing them pulling up, I'm not going to go hide behind a tree waiting to go inside. That's stupid. They've done it to me, and I was really, really upset. I was really upset. Um, yeah, yeah, but I, do it to people that pulls up in a Corvette or a Lamborghini. Don't do it if you see a mother pulling up there. Her hair is all messed up and bobo ass sneakers and flip flops and messed up car. And she got no money. Probably struggling on layaway for Christmas gifts for her kids. Like, this is what they do. Now you got SEPTA police hiding behind beams, waiting for somebody to. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. They want work. It's called work, and they want to be Philadelphia police so bad. They just any little thing. I see them violate people's rights on trains. Like, don't go up to people. You're not supposed to drink on a train beer, okay? But if you have it hidden in a brown paper bag and you can't see the label, you can't see what's in the bag, you don't see the person drinking, you don't see the container open, but they come out to you, what's in the bag? Like, I'll be like, none of your fucking business. But no, the guy shows him, you're not supposed to drink beer. I'm not drinking beer. You're telling me you didn't sip that yet? If he did, you didn't see him. This is what they do. And they locked this old man up because he had a beer bottle in a brown paper bag. It was closed. He wasn't drinking it the whole time I was in it. He wasn't drinking before the cop came. He wasn't drinking it. He was just holding it. But the cop saw it and was like, what's in there? I would have said none of your business. But people are not like me. I know my rights. None of your business was in my bag. But he showed him. He seen it was beer. And right away, he's accusing him of drinking on the train. And he wasn't. He wasn't. But this is what they do, except the police. I tried. Listen, the Philadelphia police got a short fuse. You got to watch how you talk to them. If you watch the video when I approached the two police officers, they were kicking people in Needle Park. You can tell I approached them with caution. I let them know that I was recording. I let them know I'm a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Like, and you can see it in their eyes. The one cop on the right, he kept looking at the camera. You know what I mean? He was like, I better not get out of pocket. I better not say nothing wrong. But he tried to deny it. I wasn't kicking nobody. Bullshit. Got you on film. You know what I mean? And that's why I played it back a couple times so you can see it. He lied because he knows he's not supposed to do that. You know? And then his partner was picking up from, oh, we're just making sure they're okay. They're not overdose. Okay, you don't have to kick them. You never see me do that. There's another YouTuber that does it, jumps out of his truck and starts kicking people. You don't have to do that. You can look at their chest. You can look at the color of their lips, and you can tell if they're breathing or not. You can take their paws if you want. You don't have to kick somebody, you know? And I didn't like that. So I had to ask them, as you know, there's another video. Matter of fact, I think it's today that I'm going to put it up today. They locked up an addict, a lady. It was like 100 degrees outside. And they put her in the back of the wagon. I had to ask them. I said, listen, as a concerned citizen, you have the air conditioner on, right? And she said, yeah, we do. I said, all right, thank you. Because, yeah, they don't care. They'll put you back there and you'll bake. And you can die from that shit. You can have a heat stroke. But they don't care. You know, I'm doing my job. I put them in what I'm supposed to do, put them in the wagon. You know, does it say I have to put the air on them? Probably not. It don't say that. But come on, you're human. Like, don't you think you should put the air on? So I had to make sure that they had the air on. You know, but you got to be careful how you talk to them. That's why a lot of times I tell them I'm live on YouTube, even if I'm not. I tell them that because I've seen them when people are recording. I've seen them take the camera and break it. I've seen it. I've seen them do that because they did something wrong. But when you're live, they know they can't do that. You know what I mean? So I make sure I tell them I'm always live when I'm really not. But I was thinking about going live on my way there. I'm like, no. Just in case. You know, just in case something I don't want YouTube to see. So I told Ashley when we was almost there, it was like 2-3 minutes away. I was like, get your phone out, put on the camera. Matter of fact, hit record now. I recorded like 2-3 minutes, like 2-3 more minutes to get there. It took me like 15-20 minutes to get there. It's usually like a 25, maybe a half hour. If I take my time, it would have took me a half hour. But I got there quick, man. I almost got into like 2 accidents. It's crazy. I'm surprised I didn't get stopped on the way there. But yeah, I heard my daughter screaming on the phone. I had to hurry up and get there. I was doing my best. I thought when I got there that there was going to be nobody there. But no. When I got there was more cops coming. Something must have broke out, you know? Yeah, and then when I got there, that's what I saw. I saw like 8 cops on Bigfoot. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, what's going on here? That's a minor. Get your hands off of him. I said, he's a fucking minor. Get your fucking hands off him right now. And one cop tried to push me back. I was like, I'm live on YouTube. Don't put your hands on me. I'm not touching you. And he stopped as soon as I said that. I'm live on YouTube. As soon as I said that, he stopped. Yeah, because they know they can violate all you want, but when it's live, they can't hide that. But you know, I support the Philadelphia police. I got no issues with them. They protect us. You know, if it wasn't for them, probably people would be breaking in your house and robbing you and doing meaningful things to your family. You know, so I support them. But there's some of them that are just bad that make them all look bad, and it's sad that you have a business. You know, if you work at ShopRite or at Target, and one of your employees is caught shoplifting, it's not going to make all you look bad. But when a cop does something wrong, when a cop violates someone's rights or shoot and kill someone, and he's held responsible and charged and convicted, it gives all the cops a bad name, and that's sad about that. You know, that job, having that job. Not only do you have to worry about your accountability, you have to worry about your fellow officers too, because once they do something wrong, it makes you look bad. You know, I've heard of cops getting killed because another cop killed someone in their family, and that person got mad. And he wanted revenge, and he wanted to go out and kill as many cops as he wanted. He wanted to because a cop killed their family member, and it's sad because he killed 2 cops that day, and them 2 cops had nothing to do with his family member getting killed by another cop, and that's the job that comes with it, and it's sad. Police officers have one of the hardest jobs on the planet because of that right there. And my heart goes out to them because they have families just like you and me. We have kids, they got grandkids, we got grandkids. They love us very much, like they love them very much. And when a police officer is killed in the line of duty, it hurts me, and that's why I ask my YouTubers to send a blessing and a prayer to that officer that was shot a month ago in Kensington, and he was on life support. And I asked my subscribers to send a prayer to him and his family. Because at the end of the day, I may criticize police officers as much as I can when I see them doing something wrong, but at the end of the day, they are humans. They do have family and kids, and their kids love them very much, just like Elias loves me very much. And that's when the father in me comes out and understands. No matter if the cop was in the wrong or not, he gets killed. You don't come back from that. You can't stand trial for what you did wrong. You're gone forever, and your children are going to suffer. So that's why my heart goes out to them when situations like that happen. Um, there was a state police officer killed in Mexico, I think it is the state. Uh, Officer Gerald Jarrett. If you Google on YouTube Officer Jarrett killed Gerald Jarrett, you can see the whole video on YouTube. He was shot like 6 times with M16 by a convicted felon. It's live on YouTube. It was on YouTube. He was body cam and his cruiser cam, and he shot him like 6 or 7 times. As he dropped to the ground, he went up to him and shot him again in the head, killed him instantly. He had 3 kids and his wife was 8 months pregnant. And you know what's sad about that? A month before that happened, there's another video on YouTube. If you Google Officer Jarrett helps a homeless guy, a month before he was killed, he got a call, a man laying on the highway on the side of the grass, and he went to investigate. And it was an immigrant, but he had his passport. He showed Officer Jarrett the passport. He ran him through. He was legit. He was okay. And he asked him, "Why are you on the highway?" He goes, "I'm trying to get to this place." He goes, "I get in my car. I'll give you a ride." He gave him a ride to the place, but he noticed that he had no money and he was hungry. He goes to McDonald's, ordered him a burger, nuggets, a soda, gets him out of the car, goes in his wallet, pulls out $20, gives him $20, gave him the burger, nuggets, and soda, and said, "This is for you." All he said was, "You're welcome," after he said thank you and got in his patrol car and left. I mean, that's the kind of officer who was killed that day, a month after that he did that. And it's sad. It really is. And he was just doing his job. But what happened was this guy was being followed by Homeland Security, ATF, DEA. They were tracking him. They were following him because he was supposed to pick up 2 kilos of meth. He had this criminal record, possibly could be armed. And they told the local police to make a stop on him, to check him out. But they never told him how dangerous he was. They didn't tell him he was a convicted felon. They didn't tell him that he might have 2 kilos. They just told him to make a stop and run him. That's all they told this cop. So when he stopped him, he asked him for his credentials, right? He said he had too much tint on his windows. He asked for his credentials, and he said, "Just come out of the car, and come in my car, so I can run you through, make sure everything was okay." As he was on the passenger side, a police officer, so he was looking through the passenger window at the driver. So he told him to step out. As the driver was stepping out, he noticed he had a gun on his hip, and if they would have told who he was, a convicted felon, he probably would have drew his gun on him right there on the spot. Let me see your hands, let me see your hands. Don't, but he didn't. As a citizen, we have right to carry arms. He didn't know who he was. They never told him who he was. They would have told him he was a convicted felon. He's not supposed to have a firearm. And all Officer Jarrett said, "Wait a minute. Is that a firearm on your waist? I can see it." "Yeah." "All right. Is it all right if I take it off for my safety?" He said, "Yeah." And "All right, just come on out." And as he walked out of the truck, he pulled out an M16 out of nowhere. And you can see him like pulling the trigger back. And as Officer Jarrett was walking to the back of the truck, to go meet him to take the gun off of him, he just lifted up the M16, and then his last words were, "Oh shit." That was his last words. "Oh shit." And you see him try to grab for his gun, but the force of the bullet of the M16 knocked him back, and he fell back on the ground, and he just kept loading on him, pop, 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 and you can hear him like making these noises. And then as he fell down and he stopped moving, he walked up to him and shot him again in his head, and he killed him instantly. And then as he took off, not even 30 seconds after that, you see the agents running up, and we're here to help, we're here to help, we're here to help, we're here to help. They were following him. They were following him. So when Jarrett made the stop, they probably stopped like maybe a quarter mile back and watched with binoculars. You know what I mean? And when they saw what went down, they got in their cars and went to the scene because they were 30 seconds after the shooting. And you can hear the CSI agent, we're here to help. We're here to help. And then another one, a tactical guy came up. He had a machine gun on him with armor gear, like gear all over his body. Like they were following this guy. But they never told Jarrett how dangerous this man was. So his wife is in the process of suing the state police, Homeland Security, a whole bunch of stuff she's suing. Because she believes that they would have told her husband, this is who we're following. We want you to stop him. He's a convicted felon. He's supposed to pick up 2 keys. We want you to make a traffic stop. And, if they would have told him that, the minute he saw that gun, Officer Jarrett would have drew his gun because he's a convicted felon. He's not supposed to have that. But they respected him as a citizen, assuming he had the right to carry that. And, and he's like, is it all right if I take that off for my safety? Like any other cop would, you know what I mean? But if they know you're a convicted felon and you're being followed, for them reasons, yeah, they're going to draw a gun on you as soon as they see it. And it's sad that he had to die that way, but it's on YouTube. There's a lot of videos of it. If you Google uncut version of Officer Jarrett's, stop murder, you'll see the uncut version. It's uncut. You see the whole thing, the execution and all. You see the coward jump in his truck and take off. It's crazy, man. And if you watch the video after he takes off, right before the agents come, we're here to help. We're here to help. If right before that part, if you look on the highway, a police officer drives by. A police car drives right by with Officer Jarrett laying on the ground. It's crazy. You guys are talking about something totally different. Do your thing. Do your thing. I'm not here. Do your thing. But it's okay. Again, guys, I want to apologize for earlier, man. I had to end that stream. I really apologize, but it is what it is. I'm sure everybody would have did the same thing. Family comes first, man. Teenagers, man. This is what teenagers do. But if she's not in the wrong, oh yeah, we will pursue charges in a lawsuit against SEPTA again. I say again because I'm already in a lawsuit with SEPTA, but in different circumstances. Yeah, I already have 2 SEPTA lawyers, so I have them look at the video. So I'll have an edited version for me and an uncut version, an unedited version for my lawyers, because when you show video to lawyers or to the police or detectives, you have to show them the uncut version. You know what I mean? If they see it's edited, you can do anything to that video. So I'll have an edited version for me, and I'll have an unedited version to show my lawyer if I believe my daughter has a case. And I told you before, my lawyers, they only do SEPTA cases. They don't. If you fall down in Target and get hurt, my lawyer's not going to help you. Now, if you fall on the SEPTA bus and get hurt, my lawyer will help you. He only does SEPTA cases. So when he saw my video and said I had a case, I have a case. When I got hurt, this is what he said. He's been doing it for 30 years. So I believed him when he said I had a case. I knew I had a case. I Googled it before I got him. I Googled how much space do SEPTA has to give you before they pass you, like if you're on a bike or your motorcycle or whatever. And in the state of Pennsylvania, they got to give you at least 4 feet. out of 50 states, 48 other states, they got to give you 2 feet. I believe Chicago, I know Philadelphia is one. I believe Chicago's the other, but there's only 2 states. I'm sorry, Illinois. There's only 2 states that they have to give you 4 feet. Pennsylvania is one. I believe Illinois is the other. I Googled it. And I told that to my lawyer. He was like, dude, I've been doing it for 30 years. You don't have to tell me that. I already know that. You have a case. If you watch the video, it was inches. It wasn't even a foot. You know, and they're supposed to give you 4 feet before they pass you. It was not even a foot. So yeah, I already knew I had a case. Once I Googled that and I seen that, I gotta get a better lawyer. Because the first lawyer I had said you don't have a case. So what the fuck you mean I don't have a case? You know, Morgan and Morgan. They told me I didn't have a case after they saw the video. What? Dude, you need to Google the laws, man. Google set the policies. I guess they're looking for bigger cases, man. Like they want you to get into a car accident where your head falls off. Those are the kind of cases they want. You know? They probably did their research. All right, we're going to get this much. We ain't going to do it. Yeah. They're a big company. Very big company. Yeah, she's okay. Sorry. Yeah, she just got. I took pictures and video of her hand. She has a cut in her hand. She has a scratch on her neck. I took videos and pictures of it in case we're going to proceed, charges. So I just want to make sure I have it all on record. There was another friend of hers recording. I just asked her to send me that video. I asked Trey to send me his video, and then the video I was recording myself. I have that one. And I'm going to request the 2 police officers. I have to go back and look at the video because I asked for the badge numbers and they gave it to me. It's on video, so I have to do public records on their body cam footage. I want to watch their video too, and then I'll put it all together with all the videos I have, and I'll edit them all in one big video, to keep it for me. It wasn't on the bus; it was at the train station. Around 56 and Market. That's right next to Upper Darby. If you stay on the train like another 3 stops, you're in Upper Darby. And from Upper Darby, like 69th Street, we're like 15-20 minutes from there. So it's gonna take like a 25. If you drive speed limit, take your time. It'll take you almost a half hour to get there. But the way I was driving, I got there in 10-15 minutes. I don't know how I didn't get into an accident. Thank God I didn't. Um, oh my God! Thank God the kids weren't with us, man. I'm glad. I'm happy. They went to the movies last night. I don't even know what movie they went. Let's see. Probably a kid movie. Um, but like I said earlier, Kaden at her job, she has a new job. She's been there for like 2 weeks now. She got tickets to Six Flags. I think she got 5 or 6, something like that. But we're gonna go sometime this month. But I don't want to go when it's like 95, 93, 90. I know I'm tired of that shit. I don't like going out. I'm gonna see one of these days in July. Of course, I'll check the weather 2-3 days in advance, and I'll be like, all right, it's gonna be 80 that day. It's gonna be 82 that day. Let's go that day. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be sometime this month in July. Before Anaya goes back to her dad's house where she lives with her dad and grandmother. I want to take them somewhere, I already took Elias to the beach. Anaya didn't come yet. She came after that. She's here now. So before she goes back to get back to going to school, I want to take them somewhere. So this is perfect. Kaden got free tickets. All we have to do is I got a big blue cooler. We can make sandwiches, put juices in there, soda cans in there, whatever. Put them in my car. Take them there. When we get something to eat, I've been there before. They stamp your hand. You go to your car, get something to eat, go back in. Yeah, because it's expensive. I've been there. I had season passes at Six Flags. I've been there many times. Very expensive. They got this thing now for $12. You can drink soda all day for free. I'm not trying to drink soda all damn day. I ain't giving you $12. I wouldn't even give you $5. Who wants soda all damn day? I want water all day. But they $12 and they give you this special cup where you can drink soda for free all day. Oh my God, really trying to kill people, So yeah, food's expensive. I remember they had a McDonald's in there. They don't have it no more, but they had a McDonald's in there, and their menus, like their meals, like the menus, like the meal they like Big Mac, fries, and soda. Anywhere else is like, well, now it's more, but back then it was like $5 to $6. Not in Six Flags. It should be like $10. $12. It was crazy. I didn't think because it being a franchise, I didn't think they could do that. But obviously I'm wrong. Um, yeah, now those meal menus are like $8, $9, but at the time they were only like $4 or $5. You know, um, I'm not getting on no rides. When I used to go, I used to get on all the rides, roller coasters, upside down roller coasters, nitro, all that stuff. King the Cobb, the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world at the time. I used to do all that, but not no more. I can't take that G force no more. My back. I'm walking around with a back brace. My back's messed up. Um, they're gonna love it. I'm gonna document it so I can show you guys. Upload it. I will not be going live. I will not be going live. Um, going live, walking around. It's blurry. It buffs too much. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Um, so I will be documenting it, and then I'll edit it when I get home, and I'll show it. Hey, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a channel members video. I don't know. Just I want to show it of them having fun. But yeah, I don't think I'll be doing roller coasters. Maybe I'll do a kiddie ride like on the Ferris wheel or something with Elias. Maybe I'll do something like that. But yeah, I'll be 52 the 27th, and my health is not that good. My back, my knee. I don't. I would love to, but nah, I'll pass. I'm not going there for me like I used to. I'm going there for the kids, not me. So I pass. That's why I asked you to want to go. So, what am I going to go for? Am I getting on the rides? She's like, am I getting on the rides? You know, we're not young no more. She's like, all I'm going to do is, and I know she's right when she said it. All I'm going to do is complain it's too hot. And she's right. Everywhere we go, it's too hot. Can we leave? One time I drove all the way to Atlantic City with the kids. We was there for a half hour because Ashley wanted to leave. She said it was too hot. She couldn't, yes, I drove all the way to Atlantic City. It's like, I don't know, like almost an hour ride. And we just get there a half hour. We're leaving because she said it was too hot. She didn't want to walk. I was so mad. I was like, "Are you serious? Are you serious, right?" And nah, she wasn't joking. So yeah, so I really knew she's not gonna get on the ride. She's too old for that, and she doesn't like walking in the heat. You know. Um, so it's okay. She's not going. So it's gonna be me, Elias, his sister Anaya, my daughter Kaylin, and her friend. So it's gonna be five of us. Yes, the teacups. Yeah, he got in the teacups in Wildwood, New Jersey. When I did the live in Wildwood, when I took him to the beach for the first time, he got in the teacups. Um, I didn't go on with him, and he was too little to go on by himself. So there was a lady in front of me with her daughter. I said, "Is it all right if he goes on with you guys?" She was like, "Sure." So he got on with another little girl his age and her mother, and I recorded it on the teacups. It's on my channel when I took him to the beach. That was North Wildwood, where I took him. Maurice Pier. It's called Maurice Pier. A roller coaster, a little carnival, small. The Great Adventure is like 10 times, 15 times bigger. So they're gonna have if you watch that video, you see how crazy he was going. I only had enough money to get him on three rides. I felt so bad. They're very expensive, very expensive. It was like $18 for three rides for him. It's crazy. Um, and I seen his face. He was so upset when I said, "But I can't. I don't have no more money for that." He was very upset, real sad, and I felt bad. So I said, "I promise I'll take you somewhere better." So I gave him a hint about Six Flags. He's never been there before. But if you think Maurice Pier was like heaven to him, like over the rainbow thing, wait when you see Six Flags. They got Bugs Bunny Land. They got all these kid rides for kids his age. He's gonna love it. He's gonna go nuts. And then not mention the safari. He loves animals. They got giraffes. They come up to your car. They stick their heads in the sunroof. They stick their heads in the windows like giraffes. Yes, giraffes and dares and stuff like that. The lions are behind cages. Monkeys, baboons jump on your car and shit. That's all kinds of stuff. But he's gonna love it. He's gonna have fun. I might bypass the baboons. There's a sign that says baboons, we're not responsible if they damage your car, because they will. If you have antennas, don't break your antenna, they'll pull your windshield wipers, and there's a sign: we are not liable. Enter on your own risk. But there's a bypass road, and you can go up that road and you'll bypass the baboons. Will be bypassing the baboons. Yes, I will, because I've seen them. They rip people's mirrors off their cars. I got these things on my car where they're like visors on the windows, on the passenger windows, and even on my sunroof, there's like a visor, like for the rain. Don't pull that right off. Don't rip that right off. And I have a little antenna for my radio. Don't yank that out. They'll probably yank my windshield wipers out. I don't have money to replace them things, so I will be taking that bypass road. The other animals are good. The buffaloes don't do that. The rhinos don't do it. The elephants don't do it. The giraffes don't do it. That's why I like when they come to the car. We bring like every time I go to the safari, I make sure I bring like a loaf of bread with me or something, or cones. They like cones, like the ice cream cones, but no ice cream on it, just the cone part. Yeah, we'll buy a box of them and we'll feed them. They crunching, they're crunching. They got their heads in the. Yeah, you got to see this, man. They got their heads inside the car, man, and the kids are freaking out. They start crying. They start crying because they don't know. It's crazy. It's awesome. The Six Flags Great Adventure Safari. Yes, the monkeys are vicious, man. They break everything, but they tell you, man, you're on your own, man. We're not responsible for any damage they cause to your vehicle, and that's why they have a bypass road. So you either pick left or right, and it's your choice. But I seen cars get a lot of damage, like have their mirrors pulled off their cars, man. Their side mirrors, yeah, it's crazy. The monkeys are strong, you know. But they got deers, and antelope, zebras, kangaroos, like all loose running around, stuff like that. Um, Usually the ones that come to your car, like the giraffes, the deers, some buffaloes, not too many. Rhinos to keep a distance. The elephants stay away. But the giraffes, yeah, they don't care, man. They'll step right over your car, man. They'll walk right over your car. Giraffes are huge, and they stick their heads in the car and they stick out this long purple tongue. It looks like an anteater, and this long purple tongue comes out, like swirling around, and the kids start freaking out. I remember my oldest daughter. She's 31. I remember when she was crying. She was a baby. She was about 2 years old, and she was screaming her head off. I remember all that shit very, very well, man. Like it was yesterday. Well, an hour and 20 minutes I've been going on. I want to send a message real quick to Brittany because she might watch this replay. Brittany, I want to apologize what happened earlier. If you watched this whole video, you know what happened. Your course family come first. I apologize. But I hope to see you Saturday morning at 11 a.m. so we continue the conversation we had. I never had a chance to ask you how you was doing, how everything is going, where's Brian working, how's what I mean? I never had a chance to ask you any of them questions. And how was your recovery so far? And please, if you watch this, please join the live chat Saturday morning at 11 a.m. I'll be back on then. And I want you to come on. Hopefully Brian's not working at that time so he can come on too. But again, I want to apologize what happened earlier. And everybody else too. I want to apologize, and I want to thank everybody who was earlier in here now. I want to thank you all. It's time for me to go. This wasn't even supposed to be this long, so I want to thank everybody for being in here. Please check out the links in the description. Please check out the Amazon wish list. And that's it. That's all I have to say to you guys. So happy. Yes, I'm so happy too, Kume. Um, Again, thank you everybody all over watching. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. And I'll see you guys Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Um, I'll be for everybody, not just channel members, everybody. I'm going to be uploading another video in about an hour or two, okay? So be on the lookout for that. And I'll see you guys Saturday morning, all right? 11 o'clock, don't forget. Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, New York, Philly time. All right? Until next time, this is Mike for Coffee Corn. Mike. Narcotropolis, I'm out.